Chapter 1, The Karting Kid. The alarm goes off at 4:30 a.m. It's pitch black outside, the air is freezing, but you are already wide awake. You start where everyone starts, the local, rain-soaked karting track. The smell of cheap two-stroke fuel, hot exhaust, and burning rubber fills your lungs, and in that very first moment, you realize you never want to breathe anything else. Your go-kart is a heavy, sputtering patchwork of spare parts, and your oversized helmet has more scratches on it than paint. Your hands are raw, blistered from gripping the steering wheel without power steering. You sit shivering on the grid, looking at the kids next to you in their shiny, sponsored karts with dedicated mechanics. You just have your dad, a rusty toolbox, and a tire pressure gauge. But when that green flag waves and your visor goes down, the rest of the world goes completely quiet. The vibration rattles your teeth, and the cold rain stings through your worn-out racing gloves. It's just you, the apex of the corner, and the desperate, burning need to cross the finish line first. You learn the racing line instinctively. You learn how to defend your position against aggressive rivals. You learn that to be the best, you have to push beyond what your brain tells you is safe. This is the foundation. This is where the obsession is born. Chapter 2, Formula 4 Contender. The leap to single-seaters changes everything. You finally made it to Formula 4. You step into the garage and look at the sleek, winged chassis. The raw speed of the car is terrifying at first, pulling at your neck muscles in the fast corners, but you quickly realize that the real fear in this sport isn't crashing, it's running out of money. You spend your weekdays walking through industrial parks in an oversized teen polo, begging local businesses for sponsorships, handing out cheap pamphlets with your face on them. You spend your weekends fighting for your life on the track. The competition is ruthless. Every single driver here was a karting champion. Every overtake is a gamble. Every podium finish is a desperate plea to keep the dream alive for just one more season. You spend countless nights staring at the ceiling of cheap motels, wondering if you are actually good enough, or if the kids with billionaire fathers are just going to buy the seats you are fighting for. You push harder. You brake later. You start taking risks that make your engineers hold their breath. You have to stand out, because being fast isn't enough anymore. You have to be undeniable. Chapter 3, Formula 2 Hopeful. Welcome to the Feeder Series. Formula 2. You are so incredibly close to the big leagues you can taste the champagne, but so is everyone else on the grid. The friendly camaraderie of the lower karting ranks is completely gone now. It has been replaced by fierce, cutthroat competition, aggressive dive bombs into turn 1, and silent, tense driver briefings. This is the make-or-break reality of your career. If you don't secure the championship points now, the F1 dream dies here, and you'll spend the rest of your life racing sports cars on obscure channels. The cars are heavy, powerful, and lack power steering, demanding absolute physical perfection. You train until your muscles scream. You memorize every bump, every curb, and every braking marker on the calendar. The media starts asking questions, analyzing your mistakes, and comparing you to the greats. The pressure is suffocating. You push the car past its absolute limits, sliding the rear tires through high-speed corners just to find an extra tenth of a second. You learn how to manage tires, how to play the strategic long game, and how to smile for the cameras even when you want to scream. Chapter 4, The Reserve Driver. You made it to the F1 paddock, but not the way you dreamed. You are the reserve driver. You wear the official team gear, you eat the meticulously prepared team food, and you walk the paddock among the legends, but on Sunday, you aren't racing. You are a ghost. You spend your days running endless, mind-numbing laps in the simulator. Dark rooms, neon lights, and glowing data screens. You test hypothetical setups for hours, providing feedback to engineers who barely look up from their laptops. You travel to every single race across the globe, dealing with the jet lag, attending the sponsor events, and sitting in the back of the luxurious F1 garage, watching the main drivers on the TV screens. You are waiting for a chance that might never come. It's a test of pure mental endurance. But you stay sharp. You memorize the steering wheel manuals. You study the onboard footage of your teammates. Then, on a rainy Friday morning in Belgium, your phone vibrates. The team principal taps your shoulder. The main driver is sick. You have 2 hours to get your suit on. Chapter 5, The F1 Rookie. Your first Grand Prix start. You walk down the pit lane, and the atmosphere is electric. You are immediately swarmed by sports journalists shoving microphones in your face, while the blinding flashbulbs of the cameras capture your every move. The sheer weight of the world's expectations is crushing. Millions of people are watching you on television. But as your mechanics strap you into the tight carbon fiber monocoque and tighten your 6-point harness, muscle memory takes over. The noise of the crowd is drowned out by the firing of the hybrid power unit behind your head. You flick the complex glowing switches on your steering wheel. You check the radio. Radio check, loud and clear, your race engineer says in your earpiece. The formation lap is a blur. You pull up to your grid slot. Your heart is pounding so hard you can feel it in your teeth. You stare up at the starting gantry. 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5 red lights illuminate against the cloudy sky. When they go out, you drop the clutch. The sheer, violent G-force of a Formula One launch pins you to your seat, blurring your peripheral vision. Welcome to the pinnacle of motorsport. Chapter 6, The Race Winner. You secure your first victory. The sheer euphoria of crossing the checkered finish line with massive fireworks exploding in the night sky above is a feeling you will chase for the rest of your life. Standing on the top step of the podium, holding up a golden trophy while confetti rains down and your national anthem plays, it validates every sacrifice you've ever made. But Monday morning, everything is different. The narrative shifts. You aren't just the wide-eyed rookie who is happy to be here anymore. You are a genuine threat. The cutthroat politics of team dynamics come heavily into play. Your teammate is no longer your friend, they are your primary rival, and they have the exact same machinery as you. You dive deep into the technical side of the sport. You learn to master complex strategies, managing severe tire degradation over a long stint, executing the perfect pit stop undercut, and mastering the frustrating art of surviving the DRS train. The media dissects your every word. Fans debate your aggression. But you don't care. You are addicted to the top step of the podium, and you will do whatever it takes to stay there. Chapter 7, The World Champion. The Ultimate Rank. You have achieved what billions of people dream of, but only a handful have ever accomplished. You are a world champion. You hold the massive, incredibly heavy championship trophy, surrounded by the cheering mechanics who poured their blood, sweat, and tears into your car. You are now a legendary, respected figure in the sport. Your name is spoken alongside the all-time greats Senna, Schumacher, Hamilton. Walking through cities like Monaco, you look up and see giant glowing billboards with your own face looking back at you. You sit on a private yacht, checking the time on a $1 million luxury watch, watching the sunset over the racetrack. You dictate the terms of your multi-million-dollar contracts. You command the absolute respect of the entire paddock. And when you walk past the hospitality suites, you catch young, nervous rookies looking at you with the exact same awe and desperation you used to have when you looked at your idols. You have conquered the undisputed pinnacle of motorsport. Chapter 8, The Full Circle. But the human body can only take so many 5G impacts. The neck pain lingers. The reaction time slow by just a fraction of a millisecond. Years later, you finally hang up the helmet, but you can't leave the paddock. The smell of the fuel is still in your veins. Now, you stand on the pit wall. You wear the team principal headset and a collared team shirt instead of a fireproof racing suit. You watch the complex data screens, analyzing telemetry, making the brutal, split-second strategy calls that decide championships. You walk into the garage and pat the shoulder of a young, nervous-looking rookie driver, trying to calm their racing heart before the lights go out. You see the raw fire in their eyes, and they remind you so much of yourself. The journey has come full circle. Late at night, after the race is over and the grandstands are silent, you look out over the completely empty racetrack at sunset. The engines are quiet now, but the legacy you built on this asphalt will echo forever.